Pharmaceutical drugs are really a menace to us, and we're doing everything we can. I know that every police department in the country is probably dealing with the same problems. Upstate New York, hello there. Have any of you guys ever come down to Vegas to visit? What do you think? I know when you come down to Vegas, you're going to see a lot of the Metro Police Department, but actually here in Las Vegas we have two other large police departments, the Henderson Police Department and North Las Vegas, and we always work very closely together. But Las Vegas is the largest police department. We're actually a combination of the police department and the county sheriff's department that merged together, to give you guys a little bit of history about who we are. So we have some almost 8,000 square miles that we're responsible for, Las Vegas Police Department. Yeah, we have all sorts of divisions out here. We have K9, we have SWAT, we have our search and rescue teams. We have bikes, we have traffic. I mean, you name it, I think we've got a little bit of everything. It's an exciting city to live in and an exciting place to work. I've been doing this for 23 years, and I absolutely love it. I love the city, and this show is going to be hopefully real nice, and you guys will enjoy it.
Ken asked if you guys are hiring anytime soon.
Ken, you're asking if we're hiring. Yeah, we're hiring all the time, although we're not putting through as many people in the academy as we used to, but yeah, we're definitely hiring. So if you're interested, come on down. You can do it on the internet, lvmpd.com.
Someone asked what you thought about the decriminalization of marijuana.
What were some of these questions here? What was that?
Someone asked what you thought as a narcotics officer about the decriminalization of marijuana.
Oh, somebody was asking about the decriminalization of marijuana. Well, you know, I've got my personal opinion, but I can tell you that in the state of Nevada, we've got certain laws with restrictions of how much marijuana and you can grow in a house, and if you're sick or if you're not. What we're finding is that because Las Vegas has so much available property for rent, that these drug groups are coming out here, these drug organizations, renting these houses and destroying them and growing marijuana. So it's a big problem for us. As far as decriminalizing, I think that's the wrong direction to go, but that's just my personal opinion. I've got a team of detectives that their full-time job is to do marijuana grows inside houses, outdoor grows. And I also have an interdiction team, and they're stopping people on the highway all the time with a huge amount of drugs. Jared's asking why we're not putting so many people through the academy. It's the economy. We're suffering just like everybody else is. We just don't have the amount of money that we used to have. The city and the county, who put our budget together, just aren't able to help us out like they used to. So we're putting people through, just not like as many as we did. In the past, we would do 200 people a year or more.
Someone asked, how do you keep yourself so sexy?
What? What is the most rewarding part of my job? You know, this is something that was unexpected. This is very rewarding. I love this. I like promoting what it is that we do. For so long, the work that narcotics detectives is always in the back rooms, the back alleys, and in the shadows, and we're not really able to talk a lot of what our successes are. What these detectives did on this case, and so many cases that they're working every day, this is good to put out there so that everyone sees just how hard this police department works and how hard these detectives. They wear a very special badge of courage when they're out doing these undercover cases, as you'll see in this show. That undercover's in the car with that crook by herself for quite a while before we get there. But that's what they do. They put their lives on the line in a very unique way every day. Jim is asking about careers with the police department coming out of high school. You know, we have a cadet program, so if you're interested coming out of high school at 18 years old, you can get on the cadet program. So again, that's at lvmpd.com. There's all sorts of information of things that you can do to get hired on the police department. And this is a wonderful city and an amazing police department, very, very progressive. You know what? As a lieutenant, I don't get involved in too many of them, but I do. Have the responsibility when I was working in uniform of supervising, making sure that everybody's abiding by the policies, and that they're showing due care out there when we're chasing these bad guys. I mean, the bad guys don't care what they're doing, but ultimately we're responsible to make sure that people are safe. And this city has millions of tourists a year, and that's one of our main concerns is the public. Aloha from Hawaii. Hey, beautiful, beautiful. I've never been there, but maybe someday I will. Hello there. Anybody got any questions about the case or anything else about the city?
How did you like being on cops?
You know, at first I was very apprehensive. The question was, how do I like being on cops? It wasn't real comfortable at first. It took a little while to get used to the crew and to get to trust them, to put them out there with us. They're in the car with me, and they do an amazing job of really putting this all together. This was a good case. We actually did quite a few different cases with them. They picked this one, and hopefully they get an opportunity to play the rest of these cases for you, because we've done a lot of undercover cases with the cops crew, and they were amazing. But it took a little while to get used to them. I didn't particularly like them getting in the car with me. And they trashed my car, scratched up my windows, but they paid for lunch, which was good. Were there any weapons confiscated on this case? Yes. Yeah, the gun that the suspect pulled on the undercover was one that we recovered right away. You'll see, if it hasn't already come on, you'll see when we take him down, when he starts crying like a baby. Here it is. This guy's a drug dealer and decides he wants to pull a gun and he wants to rob someone. Just how quickly he turns into a crying little baby when we take him into custody. He's not so tough then, but when he's got that gun. But yeah, we took that gun from the suspect when we took him into custody. I enjoyed the show. I thought it played an important role, so hopefully they do. Adam is asking, how long is a cops crew with me? You know what? I think they started riding with me April, and they rode with me probably 2 or 3 months. So we put together quite a few cases. This isn't the only one, so hopefully if they get an opportunity to edit some of the stuff that we did, we can show you guys some more great cases. Good undercover, good cases in Las Vegas. Has the, let me see, I was a police explorer for 2 years. You know, I was an explorer as well. I think it's a good way to get started. Before you turn 18, if you want to do that, it's run through the Boy Scouts of America. It's a good program, and you can get an opportunity to do lots of ride-alongs for the younger people out there. My son's online today, Devin from Colby, Kansas. Hello, Dev. I see you're on there, buddy. Hope you have a great game tomorrow.
How did your family deal with
You know what? They're asking how did my family deal with this? You know, it's something that every family that has anything to do with law enforcement, even the fire department, EMTs, first responders, it's a tough thing. They sit at home and they wait and hope that everything goes good. What I would do is I stay in constant contact with my family. I reach out to my son and my family all the time, my mom, and keep them updated on what we're doing. Whenever something happens, I want to make sure that they understand that that I'm safe. So whenever we hear of a shooting like the one we had just the other night at the Walmart, the first thing I do is I call my family, let them know that I'm safe and that it wasn't me, or if it was me, that I'm doing okay.
Are you scared you might get shot at?
Am I scared I might get shot at? Well, you know, it sounds like a cliche, but it is part of the job. I hope I don't get shot at. I have been shot at. But it's unfortunate that it's part of what happens today in society, and the lack of respect that we run into all the time out there. But it's really a lot of our training. But yeah, it can scare the heck out of you. This vest that I have back here is for that reason. You know, we don't go out there unprepared. Hello from Cleveland, Ohio. Hello there. Someone's asking if we have an Explorer program. Yes, we do. We have an Explorer program here in Las Vegas with the police department. I know that some of the other police departments have it, but yeah, we do. It's a very robust program. We have an Explorer group practically at every station, and we have 7 or 8 police stations out here, and I think all of them have an Explorer post. So yeah, it's very exciting.
Were you in the military prior?
They're asking if I was in the military. No. I joined the police department right at the age of 21, and I've been a policeman now almost 23 years. Is the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department good to work for? I believe that it absolutely is. I've had an opportunity in 23 years to travel all over the country, and I think this is an amazing, progressive police department. We're dealing with the challenges that any huge metropolis deals with every day, and I think it's one of the best police departments, and I'm not just saying it because I work here, but I absolutely love this place. And I think we have a great command staff, and we have good leadership, and we have even better citizens who support us, and that's the most important part of what we do. Someone's asking if I work for the DEA. I do not, but I do have 2 task forces that work with the DEA. So I have officers that are on task forces. The interdiction crew that I have is on a DEA task force, and then I also have a marijuana grow team, and they're assigned with the DEA. They're a great partner.
Sarah wants to know if you've ever experienced the case.
Sarah's